Today, how an inmate from the Lethbridge Correctional Center caused extensive damage at the Chinook Regional Hospital. Plus, at least one city councillor says he wants another shot at the job. And hands-on learning thanks to a safety simulator.
CTV News with Jackie Scantlebury.
Good afternoon. The cleanup continues at the cafeteria and coffee shop at Chinook Regional Hospital. They are expected to reopen this evening after an incident earlier today involving an inmate from the Lethbridge Correctional Center. Early this morning, a patient going through a medical episode smashed a window and caused other damage, including minor flooding on the third floor that leaked down into the food service area. The patient was an inmate from the correctional center who'd been admitted for treatment. The Solicitor General's office says he wasn't trying to escape, but was experiencing a medical episode. He was restrained by staff, but not before causing the damage. Parts of the atrium had to be cordoned off. Work crews were called in to repair the window, vacuum up broken glass, and clean up the cafeteria.
We haven't had any impact to patient services at all, so all of our patient services are proceeding as normal today. The only area that has been impacted and had needed to be closed is the cafeteria, so our cafeteria has been closed through the day. We're working at getting it back up to full functioning and plan to have it open by 6 o'clock tonight.
The incident happened around 6 a.m. this morning. Luckily, no one was injured. Well, the race for a spot on Lethbridge City Council has its first declared incumbent candidate. Jeffrey Kaufman says he will be running for re-election. Kaufman was elected to council in a by-election in 2011 and also served for a 3-year term from 1995 to 98. He says he wants to strengthen council's role as a steward of taxpayer dollars while at the same time engaging more people in the community.
The citizen assembly concept is the same type of concept that they used in British Columbia and Ontario, and what I'm proposing is that we take a group of citizens and charge them with looking at our electoral system here, and that's the only thing that they would look at. To look at going to a ward system or not, to look at the issue of full-time councillors or not. So it's just really a matter of getting the community to engage and to set the rules.
Current councillors Bridget Mearns and Farron Ellis have both thrown their hats in the race for the mayor's chair, along with former Holy Spirit School Board Chair Chris Spearman. And the head of the Lethbridge Senior Citizens Organization is also taking a run at City Council. Rod Miyashiro announced today that he's entering the race for a seat on council. He says he started thinking about it late last year. Miyashiro says he's been working to help people with his job for a long time and now feels that he can bring that experience to assist all citizens of Lethbridge.
I think it's time that we have someone with a broad background of understanding of how a city can work, people that are willing to pull others together to reach a common goal, try to stop the divisiveness that I understand is happening. I mean, we need someone on council and people on council that don't have a narrow interest or a special interest.
There are now 17 candidates running for Lethbridge City Council. Several southern Alberta organizations have formed a partnership to try and reduce the number of traffic deaths and injuries in our part of the province.
So you can see arms flailing around.
The groups have brought a rollover simulator that will tour schools and Hutterite colonies across southwestern Alberta. It provides a stark reminder of what happens to people inside a vehicle when they're involved in a crash and they aren't wearing a seatbelt. It's one of only 4 rollover simulators in Alberta. The program is a partnership with Exhibition Park, Safety City, the Southwest Alberta Road Safety Society, and Ag for Life.
We think this has a tremendous impact on youth because it's a great visual. First of all, you all have just seen today what can happen when you're not belted in and you're ejected and bad things happen. So yeah, we think this is going to have a major positive impact on reducing injuries and saving lives.
All of the engineering that goes into the building vehicles these days is designed to create a cab or a capsule called the engineered life space of the vehicle. What is essential to have all that good engineering work for you is that you simply buckle up and wear your seatbelt. Seatbelts do save lives and they reduce injuries to people that are involved in motor vehicle collisions.
The instruction and education program will start in October. A new type of performance at the University of Lethbridge is set to hit the stage. Happy Whackin' Jim McCracken is the newest performance put on at the university. It follows the life of hitman Jim McCracken and all of his crazy antics. The performance incorporates live action theater with pre-produced film pieces to create a unique style of entertainment. All of the actors attended the university but are now based out of Edmonton. They say it's always nice to return home.
It's always great to come back to Lethbridge to be on the main stage here where we all kind of started acting and gained our friendships and connections there. So it's been a pleasure to come back every year.
We work together trying to find ways to make the two worlds merge together. And I'll do a lot of shooting it, just like it's a real movie, but we're always keeping in the back of our mind, there is some live stage elements that have to seamlessly integrate. And honestly, it's come with experience, doing it over and over every year, trying new things every year. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work as well.
The play opens tonight with shows going until Saturday. You can buy your tickets at the gate for $15 or $12 for students. Okay, Dory Rossiter, I heard we're going to see a little cloud coverage on Monday. Clouds.
Yes.
Oh no.
A cloud or two. What is that in the sky? Yes, it'll be so strange to see that after all the blue sky and the sunshine we've had over the past several days. And that trend is going to continue through the weekend. We're going to have sunshine. We're going to have really nice temperatures. I'll tell you how nice in just a couple of minutes.
We like how that sounds. Thank you, Dory Rossiter. Residents of a Lethbridge assisted living facility and their families say they are relieved that their concerns are being heard, but will be watching for improvements. Officials at Saint-Therese Villa held a meeting with residents and family last night. The care center is the focus of 3 investigations over an alleged incident with mice. Terry Vogt reports.
Some came with concerns, others with questions, some just to listen. What they all have in common are loved ones at Saint-Therese Villa, a privately run designated assisted living facility operated by Covenant Health.
For us, we've been very satisfied with St. Teresa's. However, when we heard this, we kind of wonder what's really going on.
What they heard were concerns about maintenance, about staff shortages, about mice and bed bugs.
But what they've answered tonight, I was happy with it. I think they're going to be doing their best to clear that up.
And I know bed bugs are really hard to get rid of, so they're doing what they can as fast as they can so it doesn't spread.
I felt that the issue of shortage of staff was glossed over, very much glossed over.
Linda Olivier says she's happy with the workers here, but agrees with other relatives who say staffing ratios are too low, especially overnight.
One CEO makes $885,000 a year, and this is supposed to be a non-profit type of organization. They are short of staff.
And there is a general concern amongst every participant in the audience here that staffing levels are not adequate.
The bed bugs and the mice are symptoms of not enough staff being able to handle the whole job. The staff here, their main focus is care. It shouldn't be cleaning.
Some of these relatives are blaming the provincial government for not providing more support for elder care in the province. Many say they're happy the company is vowing to address the issues that have been raised. Many say they'll be watching to make sure it happens. Terry Vogt, CTV News, Lethbridge.
And Canada Post is in need of a makeover, and fast, or it's in danger of becoming obsolete.
These are challenging times, not just for Canada Post, for every post in the world, of course.
Last year, Canadians mailed almost 1 billion fewer letters than in 2006. Canada Post executives are traveling across Canada to find out what they should do next. Among the options, increasing prices, delivering mail less frequently, and shutting down their own post offices to operate exclusively out of other businesses. Speaking of money, here's a look at how the day's markets wrapped up.